Most founders want to hire a closer way too early. So in this video, this is for founders anywhere between 20 and 50K a month, wondering if now is the right time to bring on a sales team. And it probably isn't. Here's why. Hiring a sales team is going to cause you way more problems at this revenue level than it's going to solve. And if we haven't met, my name's Thomas, founder of Helios, where we help founders doing anywhere between 10K to $1 million a month scale by driving sales calls through meta ads and then bringing on a sales team to sell for them. Now here's the key beliefs that I'm going to help you shift in your mind right now. Don't hire a closer until you're doing at least $60,000 a month in revenue. Most closers want to do, they want to hit that magic 10K a month, right? They want to make at least 10K a month in commissions. If you're doing 60K a month, 10% of 60K is 6 grand, right? If you're bringing on a setter, that's 3 grand. The economics just don't make sense in order to pay your team well enough. And the reality is, some closers actually make more money in commissions than you are currently in revenue. We actually have guys inside of our sales community that we run for free who are doing 60K plus a month in sales commissions. So here's the common mistake. Founders want to get off sales calls as soon as possible. And the reason this is a problem is because you actually have something quite unique called Founder's Advantage. Now, what Founder's Advantage means is that you're typically going to have a higher close rate than you would, for example, bringing on a closer to sell for you. And the reason why is because you know your product better, you know your market better, and you know how to communicate to your ICP on a much better scale than any person coming in your team would know how to. So if you offload it too early, you're going to be sacrificing the few appointments that you would have that would typically be closed at a much higher percentage, allowing you to bring in more revenue to then bring on a sales rep who's also going to be earning quite low commissions. The economics just do not add up, and you're going to put your business in a position where you're offloading tasks that you should be doing right now. And this isn't just something that I'm making up. I've actually seen this firsthand where we have placed closers into founders' businesses where they've been adamant that it's what they need and what they want, and we see the exact same thing time and time again. Again, the economics need to make sense. The financial side of your business is numbers. They need to add up and they need to form the equation in order for scale. Now, obviously part of our business, what we do is we do place sales reps or setters into these businesses. When people come through our ads, what we found is it's quite an interesting phenomenon where we have founders who are doing 20, 30K a month in revenue, and they come through our funnel and the first thing they say on the sales call, I just need a sales rep. And the reality is they don't need a sales rep to scale. They need more appointments. The reason that they might not be generating the amount of appointments that they need is because of two reasons. Number one, the offer just is not good enough. Or number two, they're not driving enough traffic to a conversion mechanism to book in sales calls. There are fringe cases where founder might be doing, let's say 30K a month and their close rate is quite low at 10%. Potentially bringing on a more experienced closer could help in bumping that up and then increasing revenue and therefore increasing the commissions. But this is such a fringe case. 95% of the time, Founder's Advantage is at play. Therefore, this completely rules this out. You're still watching this video and you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm doing 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. And I thought that the next move for me was to bring on a sales team to actually scale the business. Here's what you actually should be focusing on instead. Number one is refine your offer. Get very clear on your avatar, on your deliverables, on your outcomes. Make sure that the journey that your avatar goes through is the exact same journey that any one of your clients who come through your funnel and purchase and become a client of yours will be going through. It needs to be repeatable and simple, and you need to ensure that your offer works on cold traffic. Because from what we do and what I've seen, the easiest way to get sales calls on the calendar is to spend money on Meta. Now, number two, build a proper CRM and sales system. Doesn't matter if you're doing 50K a month, you might be tying things together, communicating with the prospect from when they first become a lead to become an appointment. As soon as you bring on a sales team, that process is just going to completely disintegrate. You need to have consistent SOPs. These are things like, what happens to a lead when they first come into your funnel? Are they getting called within the first 15 minutes? Are they being hit with certain automations? What's your lead to booking percentage? What's your appointment setting script like? What's your closing script like? How many sales are being left on the table because you're not booking enough calls in? And not only not booking enough calls in, but you're converting less than you should be. This is why you need to be super clear on your sales system and having your CRM and automations all tied up so that you're getting all your leads in and they're effectively going through your sales process. Now, step number three, build a funnel. So there's many different types of funnels. Typically what we do is we either run one of two. And we are testing other ones, but what we found works consistently time and time again is either a book a call funnel or a lead magnet funnel. Now, the difference is book a call funnel, what you're going to find is you're going to get higher intent leads where they are actively searching for the solution that you provide, but they may be potentially shopping around more, looking at other competitors, and you are going to be spending more on Meta in order to acquire that appointment. Now, what we've seen with our clients is we see appointments from anywhere as low as $50 all the way up to around $150 an appointment. I would suggest, depending on the ticket price of your offer, that $150 be max. We typically average around $100 every single appointment. Now, funnel number two is a lead magnet funnel. So this is where you're going to offer something in free in return for their contact information. You're typically going to get leads from anywhere as low as $1 all the way up to around $15, depending on your offering, depending on how niche your lead magnet is. So something that works really well, and this is some secret sauce here, that we do for a lot of our clients is that when we offer a lead magnet, you can actually create a niche within a niche. And the way that you do this is by offering a lead magnet that only the upper segment of your niche, or people who have more money, or people who have a certain exact specific problem that you're trying to solve through your high ticket program, you're offering them something that they might be trying to do already on their own now, or actively searching for a solution to that problem. Now, doing a lead magnet for the sake of getting a lead in at a cheap cost means nothing. You still need to be booking in appointments. So the reason to choose a lead magnet over a direct book or call funnel, there's a few different reasons. Number one, I'd probably suggest looking at the sophistication of your market. And number two is if you can get volume in and then you're doing the appointment setting yourself, or eventually when you do bring on an appointment setting team, you can sometimes get a cheaper cost per book call rather than doing a direct book or call funnel. And you also get a nice extra first touch point rather than just going straight to a sales call. You give them an extra touch point in that customer journey before they become a client. Number four, very simply, run ads targeted to your offer. If your ads aren't working, it's usually your offer. Pretty simple. You see all these people trying to do these fancy ads. The reality is if you're speaking to your ICP who have a specific problem that you can solve, you've got the case studies, you've got the proof. The ad is only going to be making minimal changes in your costs. And if you're presenting your offer correctly, you will be getting the type of qualified prospects in your calendar that you want. And number five is sell it yourself first. If you cannot close deals on your own before bringing on a sales team, then a sales team is not going to fix that problem. That problem stems all the way from the top of this list. There is something in that funnel, in that process that is not working effectively, and you need to go and optimize for that, find what it is and fix it. So overall, if you're doing under 60K a month, your job should be to refine your offer, building funnels to get you a good cost per sales call, cost per lead. You're able to close at 20, 30% minimum baseline by yourself, and you're hitting 60K a month in revenue. You're at the point where you should start potentially considering a sales team. Now, your funnel and ads need to be able to scale up with a sales team, where it should be just spend more, make more. And this is much easier in those lower revenue levels just because you're not spending as much. When you get to spending a lot more, the ROAS drops, the margins go thinner. So when you're in the 60K month range, you're able to spend more and get away with still making the same percentage back.